Hello.
Ah, Clive. Everything all right during the break?
Yes, no, everything's good. Your coffee's good.
Excellent.
I-
Did you give some thought?
I
to
did,
the ideas, yeah?
and one of the options, of course, that I have is to kick him out of the business, is to get him out of the business and take back the business, because I really believe in this business, and sue him for damages. So I've got various other claims against him. So that is an option I have. But I realize I'm also here to try and find a solution. So that's just something I feel, maybe I'm becoming a little more resistant towards settling, but I do believe that it's the best in my interest to settle.
I see. So if I understand you correctly, you would be prepared to take the business back and negotiate some form of payment of the arrear rental with him?
Well, yes, of course. I mean, I will be open to
What do
negotiating
you think
for
of
that.
that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just before we close this on options going forward, what's your? You mentioned to me that you have this vision for Medex of expanding the business and taking it forward. And you also mentioned to me that you felt Dr. Stanford was a good man, and I've communicated that to him, and I want to convey to you that he appreciates that you've said that about him. Going forward. Would you see any future for the two of you in this dream that you have, and in realizing that dream?
Yes, I mean, as I said before, he's a good man in bad company. So if the company, if he could be taken away, I do see a role for him. I do. I mean, I see a massive opportunity here for him too.
Your financial position, as far as that is concerned, are you financially in a position to expand this business?
Absolutely.
In fact, you said that's your dream.
It's a cause, for me to be out helping people and to be making money in the process is really what I would be interested in doing. I mean, as I say, I've told you, Medex, this equipment has literally saved my life. I have my quality.
And you are an accountant. Are you? What's your time position at the moment? Are you able to spend time in this business?
As you asked me to,
I can't. I'll tell you in a moment what I've been mandated to do, but just bear with me for a second. I'm interested to know what your position is as far as this is concerned.
Yeah, I do have a bit of time on my hands at the moment. I mean, you can tell him that. I'm in between, as I've said to you before. I mean, I've got my fingers in various different pies, but I've got time at the moment for the next year or two. This project of getting this franchise into Africa, into first South Africa, of course, and then into Africa, is something that I would become very focused on, and I would make time for it.
Okay. Perhaps it's appropriate now for me to tell you what I've mandated to communicate to you. Firstly, and I think it's important that I tell you that this is a sincere apology. Dr. Stanfield has told me that he acknowledges that what he told you was in the heat of the moment, and that he apologizes for that. As I say, he did appreciate the fact that you felt that he was a good man. He has three proposals that he puts on the table. Two of those are somewhat different to the proposals you put forward, and the other not dissimilar, if I can just table those. The first proposal is that you renegotiate the rental and give him payment terms as far as the arrears are concerned. If I may ask, what's your response to that?
I'm not very keen on that one at all, because that's not going to solve the problem. It's just kicking the can down the road. So that doesn't really works for me.
The other is that you take the business back, and he won't sue you, and that you forfeit your claim.
No, I'm not going to forfeit the 350,000 rand that he owes me.
And the third option was this idea that the two of you look at, going forward and look at developing this business together in some form of a relationship. I have no details as to the nature exactly of that relationship, but I do want to tell you that that is an option that Dr. Stanfield would consider, and I've raised with him the issue about Sue and your feelings that Sue should not be in the business. He feels, obviously, that Sue must be fairly treated in whatever manner is necessary, should she be removed from the enterprise. because of course it's been her employment until now. But he says in principle he wouldn't have a huge problem if she is eliminated, not eliminated, but taken out of the business. Would you think that's something worth pursuing?
Absolutely. No, we're moving onto the same. But when mediation started, I really didn't believe we were going to get to this point. I was so angry with him. But I'm beginning to see there may be a solution, and I may not have to go to court. But in terms of Sue, I just want to make a counter proposal that I'm so damn sure that she's been stealing from him. I would like to look at the books and do a forensic, just an informal forensic, if he'll give me the opportunity to do that. Because I'm pretty sure it's going to show that she's been stealing from him. Okay. I can't believe that he's not able to pay the rent. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
But you would have no problem working with him personally. He did mention in the opening, you'll recall, about his vision as far as sports-related activities are concerned, setting up clinics and so on. And it seems to me that you both have the same vision in a sense.
We do, and we could collaborate on those things.
You both, on analysis, if one takes away the cause of the anger, you both have very positive feelings about one another.
Yes.
And I can see you working together going forward. What I'm going to suggest now, Clive, is that you and Dr. Stanfield get together in another joint session.
Okay.
And that we pursue this option further in that joint session to see whether that could perhaps be a solution. And remember, when we do that whatever concessions you make or whatever, it's not going to be binding until there's a written agreement. So talk it through and let's try and explore that option, which is the one that at this point in time you're the closest together on. You happy with that?
I'm very happy with that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thanks very much.